Police's statement. Given the large numbers of people trying to breach the police cordon around us and Tommy trying to break away, I was concerned that he would flee and escape lawful custody. I drew my capped up irritant spray and sprayed at his face. Now, anyone who watched that, yeah, that is the justification for CS gas in my eyes, was that I was going to break away from lawful custody. I had 30 fucking police officers around me, 30, yeah? I was handcuffed. What are they talking about? They also say in here, I threw my arms out, knocking their cuffs off. Everything they say, I'm going to put together a clip-by-clip frame of what they say. It's just blatant lies. The problem is, well, who's the mainstream journalist here? You. All they will do is report what the police say. So the headline will say, Tommy Robinson threatened police officer with violence. That's what they'll say, yeah? Luckily, other people here, luckily Ezra's here, luckily there are other reporters here that will actually report what actually happened, what we saw on the video and what went on. I still can't believe that they've tried to get my address. And as I said, I was removed from a rally because the organiser said it might make him feel tense. How do they think my family will feel if their address is pumped all over the country tonight? Which is what they just tried to do. I still can't believe they tried. I still cannot believe they've just tried to do that. But the statements are lies. I've pled not guilty on 5 different counts. The actual dispersal order was unlawful. If you read the conditions, they can't give it to someone who's at work. I was at work. I have a contract to be at work. I had a cameraman with me who was paid to be at work. I was there to report. I just think that the entirety of this it isn't about me being on trial. I just think it's the public should be made aware of the police state we live in. The judge has just given... My trial date is St George's Day. How about that, yeah? So I'm on trial on St George's Day. But the date, I'm now banned for another 3 months. I'm now not allowed. So I have a meeting now with someone who I'm doing a podcast with. I have to leave London. I have to leave London instantly or I go to jail. So I just find the whole thing remarkable. I find it remarkable that no other journalists or no other commentators from the mainstream or no other journalists, say there's journalists here, actually give a shit that someone doesn't commit a crime, gets assaulted by the police, gets attacked by the police, and then gets their rights and freedoms taken away. It's outrageous.
What? So we have a situation, you've got all these Islamists that have been driving through Finchley, for example, calling to rape Jewish girls and all that. They can come to London, they haven't got a bail, you haven't hurt anyone, and you've got a bail, you can't come to London. How ridiculous is that?
These groups are continuously calling for rallies, holding rallies, flying terrorist flags. None of them have been given conditions banning them from inside the M25. Yeah. What becomes apparent is, so I've organised a rally on Saturday in Telford. What this is about is inside the M25, they have such a Islamic extremist problem that rather than deal with that problem, the one person they think might cause an opposition to it or might highlight it, they've banned me. So they took my rights away, but that may be London today, but that will just move to other cities. When they've done this, my actual King's Council said, if they're banning you from inside the M25, what's to stop them picking other cities with these conditions? Said nothing.
I don't understand that the March Against Anti-Semitism was a one-day thing. It was a particular activist, Gideon Falter, who said he was tense, but that's over. What's the theory behind banning you for 5 months? What are they saying? I don't get it.
They don't say anything because I asked for permission to bring my children in for the Christmas lights. Now reverse the situation. A Muslim being banned from inside the M25 who then has a religious festival, a religious thing, and they're not letting him in for. That's what they said to me, no. I asked, am I allowed to go watch Luton play in London? No. I'm not allowed, am I allowed to go shopping in London? No. I asked what the relevance is. I know what the relevance is. The relevance is they saw that on Armistice Day, men come together. They were so fearful that men will come together. They have allowed Islamic radicals to take over this capital city week in, week out, and they fear a resistance to it. The one person they think might bring that resistance is myself. So their idea is, we don't care, we'll abuse legal laws, we'll abuse our powers, and we'll ban him. And then for them, that solves, they don't mind letting Hamas take control of the city. They don't mind them climbing up memorials, desecrating memorials, because there's no opposition to them. So the police don't come under attack. So the police are quite happy, let them do it, we'll stand back, let them run amok, let them terrorise Jews, let them terrorise whoever they want. Yeah, that's how they do it. And you hear the police officers when they get asked in the street, there's not enough of us. There's not enough of us. We know there's not enough of you. But when they saw on Armistice Day that British men were willing to come out in the streets, I think that would have worried them, and I think they just thought, whatever it takes now, get rid of him. So that's what they've done so far. So far, it's going to be by the time trial comes 6 months. I don't think I should agree to those conditions. I currently have. I don't think there should be no police or government that should be able to ban a journalist from any city if they haven't broke a law. Yeah, I haven't been convicted of anything. We all know I didn't break a law. I was sitting having a breakfast. With everyone's watched what's gone on here. They should not be able to limit my freedom of the press, my freedom of assembly, my freedom of movement has been taken away from me so far for 3 months, and it's going to be another 3 months.
I was shocked by the Evening Standard going on for about 5 minutes about why they should be able to publish your home address, which has got nothing to do with the case at hand. But I assumed that the judge would have said, well, this is an extreme case, 15 death threats to you and your missus. But the judge didn't. The judge demanded that you give your home address there. I was stunned by that. What have you had any support from any press organization? Or I mean, it was incredible that it was a journalist stabbing you, not even the prosecutor. Is there what's going on? I just have never seen anything like that.
Journalists wanted my address to be given out, which is purposely trying to endanger my family.
There's no news value to it.
There's no need for it. And the point the judge made, she's got my address. I wrote it down. I handed it to her. Here's my address. Yeah. But the argument was they want it read out in open court, so then the media can run it. So then, and when they run it, it brings danger to my family. They know that. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. I shouldn't be in court A. I shouldn't have been banned from London for 5 months. And they're not just happy with that. They then want to bring endangerment to my family. That's it.
They spent almost as much time trying to get your address as they did on the substance of the hearing.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this now goes to trial April 22nd and the April 23rd. It goes to trial, and unfortunately, with the media, what the media will report is the police allegations. Now, do you know in the last trial, when I was here last time, the police officers' evidence was that the crowd was shouting "Shame on you" at me. You know who knew was there that day?
I was right there.
When the police started taking me away, the crowd turned on the police shouting "Shame on you." They totally changed the context, said that they needed to remove me because the crowd were angry with me. It's like, but it doesn't matter because unless people watch what happened, the media will tell the story. So the media will come here today. The media aren't going to report any argument. What you've reported about the threats to about trying to expose my address and trying to endanger my family, no mainstream media will even talk about that. They'll just run Stephen Lennon and give an address if they can. But yeah, I find the whole thing remarkable. I find it remarkable that no mainstream commentators, no TV news have even focused on the fact that I'm banned from London. I shouldn't be banned from London. There should be no powers given to any police force or government to ban a journalist from entering anywhere. Do you know why I have to ask permission? This is the insane piece. We went to court. So far this has cost me £24,800. Yeah? £24,800 because they attacked me. So this is part of a lawfare strategy that's put on people. Any activists or any journalists that come out, this lawfare has been directed. If you look at Alex Jones' case, £1 billion, it's like, even if he was in the wrong, £1 billion, like, it's lawfare. Yeah, you're tying us up legally, you're tying us up financially, but no one seems to give a shit about it. No other mainstream commentators, no other media seem to care about it, but they shouldn't be able to do it. And it's cost £24,000. And I've appealed and asked to come into London. And when I took it to the judge to say, I want to come into London, I then have to apply to DC Shah, a Muslim police officer, and I applied for 3 meetings. One was to an event where Andrew Bridgen was, an MP. Another one was Carl Benjamin. So 3 different things. He just said no. He just said no. So then I come back to court again at extra costs. And what the judge said is every time you want to try and come into London, you can come back before me. What, for £4,800? For £4,800 each day? It's like they basically took my rights. But what people are witnessing now, they've done this since 2009. Since my activism with the English Defence League, I wasn't allowed to send an email, wasn't allowed in a group of 3 or more people, all on bail. This isn't court orders, this is all conditions given on bail for stupid little charges, which is what they've done now. My point is, if I'd have pled guilty today, I'd have got probably maximum 3 months, but I'd probably get a fine, yeah? And then I can go in London tomorrow. But instead, I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything wrong. They acted unlawfully, not me. They caused a breach of the peace, not me. And now I await trial. So I'll go to trial now. There'll probably be another £10,000-15,000 costs. It's insane. It's insane. I'll say a thank you to anyone who's watching this who has supported my legal costs. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm putting together a documentary about this. And I want it to be not me on trial. I want the British police state to be on trial. I want the public to watch what they've done. I want them to see the cost of fighting for freedom. And I want everyone to see that I'm exhausted every legal avenue with the best counsel you can get. So the best defence teams you can get, I've exhausted every avenue to try and get my rights back. Again today, I've been refused again. I do not agree to being banned from my capital C. I do not accept 6 months of not being able to report on issues that are important to not just me, but to you in the capital C. So I'm going to go away. I've got a very important date next Saturday in Telford, and then I'm going to evaluate where I go next with this case.
Well, there you have it, a scrum outside.